Hi, my name's Steve Myrick. I'm here in the Sardinal, Playa Coco, Playa Hermosa area. My wife and I started coming down to Costa Rica about 15 years ago. We moved down here permanently about 6 years ago, and what brought us down in the first place was our youngest daughter just graduated college. She was kind of young when she graduated, but she decided she was going to travel down to Costa Rica. Ended up in Playa Samara. We began to come down, my wife and I began to come down here at Christmas time, because back then the only way we could contact her was over the internet. I don't even remember what it's called, but it was early technology. And so that's what brought us to Costa Rica to begin with. And we just kind of fell in love with the place over the years. And in Christmas of 2017, we got on a plane, flew down, and the second day we were down here, my wife fell, completely shattered her hip. We had to put her on a helicopter, flight for life, to San Jose, and we chose SEMA Hospital over all the rest, and it proved to be a very, very wise choice for us. But we spent 14 days in the hospital there, and so I took the opportunity to investigate a lot of Costa Rica via the internet, and that's what led us to choosing this northern area, this Playa Coco area. So we made that move in July. We bought it early 2018, and we actually moved down here full time in July of 2018. We came from Colorado, where we had lived for many years. Came from Steamboat Springs down to the Denver area, and I was an executive pastor there at a mid-sized church on the edge of downtown Denver. And when I came down here, the decision was that I was just going to enjoy sitting in the congregation and enjoying the services, but that's not what God had for me. So I became an elder and pastor at Beach Community Church in Brasilito. And that's kind of the backstory to what led us to where we are right now with the church in Sardinal. So I mentioned that my wife was in an accident down in Samara just a couple days after our trip in late 2017. She broke her hip, not broke, but shattered. And so she went through 2 surgeries in the SEMA Hospital in San Jose. And it was great care. She had complications. Nobody's fault, just was what it was. So after the 14 days in the hospital in San Jose, we got on a plane, went back to Denver, where she had a 3rd surgery. And during that time, she was forced to retire, and she couldn't get around. I wheeled her around in a wheelchair. I bathed her. I took care of her for several months because she couldn't. It was so severe and the pain was so intense that she could not take care of herself. And it was devastating for her to have to give up a career. She was in the medical industry, and she'd been a nurse for 40 years. And so it was all new to us. But what happened was our faith pulled us together, and we became inseparable. And instead of looking at that and asking why did this happen, we looked at each other and said, man, what a blessing. What a blessing. And it answered a question that her and I had for some time. Jokingly, we would ask, do you think we could really tolerate living with one another 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in retirement? Because we were both very, very involved in our businesses, And that's where we spent most of our time, was in our business. But this proved to us through those rough times that indeed we flourished being together 24/7. So that helped us to make that commitment and move to Costa Rica.